Hello, good afternoon, students. Welcome to English class. Today, we are going to discuss about our second unit, second lesson. First unit is over. I think you have completed your notes also. The second unit, first lesson also, we have completed in the previous class. That was also, I think you have completed. Today, we are going to take a new lesson, that is Unit 2, second one, birthday letter. Birthday letter is the letter of Jawaharlal Nehru written to his daughter for her birthday. Who is the daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru? Do you know? Can you tell me the name of the daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru? Yes, Indira Gandhi. So, this letter is written by Jawaharlal Nehru to his daughter's birthday. Letters from a father to his daughter is the collection of letters written by Jawaharlal Nehru to his daughter Indira Priyadarshini. It is originally published in 1929 by Allahabad Law Journal Press at Nehru's request and consisting of only 30 letters sent in summer of 1928, and then Indira was only 20 years old. By these letters, Nehru talked about the world and its history. And also he asked his daughter to know about the world. And now the world like our family. That's the habit of Jawaharlal Nehru. He always writes letters to his daughter. By his letters, he will discuss with his daughter about the world and its history. How to love the nature. How to conserve the nature. How to consider our human beings. How to consider our neighbors. How to consider animals. Like that, each and everything he will be discussed with his daughter through his letter. Like that, one letter you have to be studied, a birthday letter. When he was writing this letter, he was in the Central Prison, Naini. It is written in 1930, when Priyadarshini or Indira Priyadarshini was 10 years old. Let's read the text. I think all of you have textbook in your hand. Take page number 45. Let's read it. Okay, listen. This is a letter. I already told you this is a letter. So, a letter should be keep a format. What is the format of a letter? Yes, we know. First of all, we should write address and date. So, this letter kept the format. Here, the first one is address and date. What is the address? Central Prison, Naini. Next is date. Date October 26, 1930. Okay. Then next, after address and date, a letter should be follow some more rules. That is salutation. How to salute the other person. Here, my dear Indira. When we write a letter, we Address other person. My dear father, my dear friend, like that. Here, my dear Indira. Then next, content of the letter. Okay. Then listen. We shall read the content of the letter. On your birthday, you have been in the habit of receiving presents and good wishes. Good wishes you will still have in full measure. But what present can I send you from 90%? My present cannot be very material or solid. They can be of the mind and spirit. Things that even the high walls of a prison cannot stop. How can I send a present from this prison? Then my present will not be solid or things. It's from my mind. It can't stop even the walls of 90%. Nehru says. You know, sweetheart, how I dislike sermonizing and doling out good advice. I have always thought that the best way to find out what is right and what should be done is not by giving a sermon. It has to be done by talking and discussing. Out of discussion, sometimes a little bit of truth comes out. I have liked my talks with you and we have discussed many things. But the world is wide and beyond our world lie other wonderful and mysterious worlds. Nehru says he doesn't like sermonizing or doling out good advice. That means sermonizing means advising other people. He doesn't like that. And instead of that, he thought the best way to find out what is right and what should be done, what is right, how to find out what is right, the better way is that to discuss and talk. Talking and discuss. By talking and discussing, we can find out, we can solve any problem. When we talk, when we discuss, sometimes a little bit of truth comes out. That's the best way to solve the problem or to find out what is right. Nehru liked to talk with his daughter. Indira also. She likes to speak with her father. The world is wide. The world is wide. But beyond the world, നമ്മുടെ ലോകം വളരെ വലുതാണ്. Beyond the world, ഈ വേൾഡിനപ്പുറം, we have a wonderful and mysterious world. വളരെ നിഗൂഢമായ മറ്റ് ഒരു ലോകമുണ്ട്. We should know that. None of us need ever be bored or imagine that we have learned everything worth learning and become very wise. We don't feel bored. When we feel or if we are doing nothing, we feel bored. So should learn each and everything. So we never feel boring. Don't think you are wise or you have completed your studies. So learn up to your death. So we don't feel bored. But what am I to do then? A letter can hardly take the place of a talk. At best, it is a one-sided affair. Imagine that I have made a suggestion to you for you to think over as if we really were having a talk. When I write this letter, I know that a letter can't replace of a talk. When we talk, we can discuss each and everything. But letter is a one-sided affair. So you think, when you read this letter, you think I am talking with you. In history, we'll read of great periods in the life of nation, of great men and women. Do you remember how fascinated you were when you first read the story of John D. Arc? Your ambition was to be something like her. Ordinary men and women are not usually heroic. They think of their bread and butter, of their children, of their household worries and the like. So, I know when you read the story of John D. Arc, do you know who was John D. Arc? Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc, by name the Maid of Orleans, national heroine of France, a peasant girl who believing that she was acting under divine guidance, led the French army in a momentous victory at Orleans that repulsed an English attempt to conquer France during the Hundred Years' War. Captured a year afterward, John was burned to death by the English. She became the greatest national heroine, and her achievement was a French or a decisive factor in the later awakening of French national consciousness. That is Joan of Arc. So when Indira read the book, she was fascinated. It was thrilling when she read the book. Your ambition was to be something like her. She wants to be like her, like Joan of Arc. Ordinary men and women are not usually heroic. They are not usually heroic. They think of their bread and butter. That means our food for their life. They only think that of their children, of their household worries, and the like. They will not be heroic. But a time comes when a whole people become interested in a great cause. Then history helps even simple, ordinary men and women to become heroes. Great leaders have something in them which inspires a whole people and makes them do great deeds. But when a time comes, then the ordinary men and women will become heroes. They will become heroine and heroes. Okay, that time will come. In India, great leader, full of love for all who suffer and eager to help them, has inspired our people to great actions and noble sacrifice. He has helped to make the starving, the poor, and the oppressed free and happy. Who was the great man? Yes, our Bapuji, Mahatma Gandhi. Bapuji is in prison, but the magic of his message has stolen the hearts of India's millions. Men and women, and even little children, come out of their little shells and become India's soldiers of freedom. That is the magic of Mahatma Gandhi. That's the magic of our Bapuji. He stolen the hearts of not only men and women, even the little children. In India, today we are making history, and you and I are fortunate to see this happening before our eyes and to take some part ourselves in this great drama. He was telling about India's independence. Okay, about the struggle for independence. What part shall we play in it? If we are to be India's soldiers, we have to respect India's honor, and that honor is a sacred trust. We should respect our country. It is no easy matter to decide what is right and what is wrong. One little test I shall ask you to apply whenever you are in doubt. Whenever you are in doubt, I shall give you one idea. Never do anything in secret or anything that you would wish to hide. Don't hide anything. For the desire to hide anything means that you are afraid. When we try to hide something, that shows we are afraid. നമ്മൾ പേടിക്കുന്നു നമ്മൾ എന്തിനെയൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ പേടിക്കുന്നു എന്നാണ് അത് കാണിക്കുന്നത്. And fear is a bad thing and unworthy of you. Fear is not good for you. That is unworthy of you. അത് നിനക്ക് ഒട്ടും അലങ്കാരമല്ല. Be brave and all the rest follows. Be brave always. You know that in our great freedom movement under Bapuji's leadership, there is no room for secrecy or hiding. We have nothing to hide. We are not afraid of what we do or what we say. That is the magic of our freedom fighters. They themselves do give their life for the nation. We work in the sun and in the light. That means day and night they were working. Even so, in our private lives, let us make friends with the sun and work in the light and do nothing secretly. And if you do so, my dear, you will grow up a child of the light. When you do so, when you don't hide anything, you will grow the child of light, unafraid and serene and unruffled, whatever may happen. Whatever may happen in our life. So be brave, don't hide anything from anybody. I have written a very long letter to you, and yet there is so much I would like to tell you. This letter is not enough. I have to tell you more. How can a letter contain it? Goodbye, little one, and may you grow up into a brave soldier in India's service. With all my love and good wishes. Your loving father, Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, this is the letter of Nehru to his daughter Indira Gandhi, Indira Priyadarshini. About the world, about the freedom struggle, about the leaders, about the common man, like that, so many things about the world and around the people and the people around him. He was speaking with his daughter. By his speech or by his word, Indira grew up a bold lady, and she became India's first woman prime minister. That leads how she became a prime minister. To that seat, the words of Jawaharlal Nehru led her by his letter. I think you understood this lesson. Read it. It's very difficult to understand because this is about our freedom struggle like that. I think you understood, and one or two times you read the textbook. And if you have any doubt, ask me through WhatsApp. I shall clear your doubt. And from this lesson, nothing has to be written. Anyway, uh, read the textbook 4 or 5 times and try to make questions from this lesson. Try to make questions from this lesson as you can. Okay, that is the activity I am going to give you today. Then up to here today's class. Thank you. Have a nice day.